All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 5, Episode 29. Abakio, rest in peace. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. So...
Yeah.
Well, now it's personal, for one. In a way that it maybe wasn't fully before.
Mm-hmm.
But what do they do? Because they've been thoroughly dick punched right here.
They've been beaten. Yeah.
And, like, the boss is gone. They have an imprint of his face, but that's something, but it's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
It's not
and
a lot.
And they don't even know, really, that this was the boss. It's something where it's so perfectly executed in the way that Doppio, or the boss, said. He's really lucky. Like, this worked out really well for him. Mm-hmm. And he's going to get away completely.
Yep.
Now, they do know, at the very least, they'll have that image
of the boss's
blazoned
face.
into their minds, especially ones like, Narancha, who did not do well with this in the slightest.
Really, they should make, like, a plaster cast of that, and then, like, make copies, send it out to the entire organization. Well, okay, that works too. Damn it, why do you have to simplify things, Caleb?
Yeah. But them now having at least somewhat of a goal, but being down another party member means that we need to fix this, because for one, our boy Mista is about to not really be excited about being in the party at this point, because there are only 4 of them now.
Yeah. So this would be the right time for Fugo to come back.
Yeah, or for them to reevaluate their entire strategy and go at this in a way to where they end up bumping into the stand arrow.
Although, hey, they do have Trish, so it's not quite. There are 4 guys, so there's still
idiot.
that. But,
yes, that's right.
I don't know if you'd count the tortoise, but.
The tortoise totally counts, but the tortoise counts as like a 0.25 member.
So that means
it's impossible.
It's impossible for it to be 4. There we go.
There you go. You gotta think. You gotta think big brain here, Mista. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this now. Okay. Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, they got fingerprints, too.
Jeez.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point. If it didn't lead to anything, then why would he care?
Oh.
Alright.
Oh. Okay. Hide and wait. Well,
that complicates things.
Yeah, I didn't think we would get really.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that easy.
Yeah.
Oh, someone else that survived? Oh, hell yeah. I am very excited.
Whose voice was that?
I have
Was that Abakio's?
No.
It sounded familiar, though. Like, is that someone that we've met from the Hitman Squad, maybe?
But everyone from the Hitman Squad's dead, so...
Well, but who is this?
I don't know. But it makes sense that there could be someone else that, like, just, found out some way to escape from Passione,
Yeah, possibly. The little hesitation from Fugo, yeah. Alright, let's go, bros, let's go!
Stay gold. Requiemo. Zetsubo Gatamanaki.
No, this part is just so badass. Hell no! No golden wind. Okay. Reach the Roman Colosseum. Oh. Oh.
Diavolo.
Diavolo. Whoa. Probably an old member of Passione, like someone who's been around for a while.
Oh!
Whoa, he knows.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm really glad Naranja's not here to accidentally just blurt out something.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
So is he like in a coma in a hospital somewhere or something, and this is Stan just acting out his will?
That would be legit. Like, it's a Stan that's just kind of in the internet, you know? Ooh.
Obtain!
Oh, here we go!
Alright.
Oh! Yeah, let's go! Oh. What if it's someone tied to Dio's old organization?
Oh.
Oh, world building, let's go!
Alright.
Oh, let's go! Yo, let's do this! Let's go!
Oh god.
Oh. Oh, that's cool. King Crimson, like... Oh, boy. Oh.
Oh, that's right, because they took it, so... Oh, no. Oh, no. They left a piece behind?
Okay, he never found out.
Gotcha.
Good. Oh. Okay. Alright. Aliens!
Oh my
Aliens!
god.
Aliens! Freaking called it! Aliens!
Okay.
Oh. Oh, gross.
That's disgusting.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
何百年も前、完璧な神のような力を求めた人間がこの岩石を知り、矢として作り変えたものがこれなのだ。ほとんどのものはそのウイルスに感染すると死に至るが、生き残る素質を持つ者がいる。
Alright.
そしてウイルスはそのものにご褒美のように
Wow.
能力を与えるというのだ。
Oh, dang. Whoa. The Stardust Crusaders? Oh.
この矢のルーツであり、
Alright.
なるほど。それは理解した。だが俺たちがこれから手に入れなければならないその矢の。だがその姿を知ったとき、
Okay, well, it's going to Giorno, that's for sure.
キングクリムゾンを倒すにはそれしかないのだ。あんたを信じよう。落ち合う方法はローマのコロッセオに来るのだ。
Colosseum,
Now-
okay.
わかる。何時だろうと私。
Now that's where Joseph faced off against
Yeah, Wham.
Wham.
Yeah.
俺は応援するぞ。
Huh?
だからよ。
Wow.
そこはトイレじゃねえんだよ。トイレはねえ。ここだよ、ここ。気持ちいい。ほら、怒られるってこっちに来いぜ。やるって言ったら絶対やってやるぞ。
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
これじゃ届かねえじゃん。
Oh! Okay.
どうやって開けりゃいいんだよ。
Okay.
なんだよ。触るな。
Well, it's a stand.
All right.
待ち伏せされているぞ。敵だ。
Oh no.
いいかせっこ。最も気をつけなくちゃいけないのはな。
Always keep it running. Let's go. Hopefully,
Okay.
Oh, okay. Epitaph little description there. Cool.
ラータ34歳元医者2年ほど前些細なミスで患者を知らせ病院を解雇されたところをパッショーネに拾われた
Okay.
He's actually like super
治
sadistic.
療ミスで
Yeah.
意図的に患者を殺す
Yeah.
健康な人をわざと病気と診断し
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
して手術中に患者を目覚めさせることもやった
Oh God.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's
All right.
Yeah, let's kill him.
14歳の時にはボランティアで老人の介護をやっていた
Oh no.
しかしその実彼は老人たちに
Jeez, what a psycho.
お前は家族に嫌われてるんだ。見舞いなんか誰も来ないぞ。
Okay, calm down, you wannabe
毎
Johan.
日言い続け自殺に追い込んでいったのだった
And recording it. Wow.
Yeah.
9人自殺させたところで
Yeah, low lifes indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Boss,
コ
yeah.
ラータが何よりも好きなものは人の死を観察することだ人の死をつぶさに眺めるとき
Armin,
彼
the
は
Crimson
全て
King.
の人間の優位に立っていると感じ人の心理まで理解できたと思うのだあの元患者という以外素性は一切
Former patient.
So
なぜか気が合い
Oh, he
I
broke.
thought it was
he
just the
broke
stand.
Sekko, probably.
Yeah, probably.
どうやら奴らの目的地はローマのようです、ボス。ローマ近くの漁村に到着したとさっき情報が入りました。
あの二人はそう。私はめったに嫌悪というものを感じたり、
Mm.
特にチョコラータは最低
Oh.
な。多分ローマ中をめちゃくちゃにして回れたらが知っていることや、ブチャラティどもがローマで探している何かがあの二人に知られることが絶対にあってはな。
Gotcha.
Ah.
Because they would absolutely be psycho, like too psycho to control.
Alright, kid, you can have that. You can have that back now.
どうもありがとう、お嬢ちゃん。
Aww.
That's so cute. Okay.
の敵を探すんだ。
Luckily, because just everybody's dead. You can just look
Yikes.
for anything breathing that's human-sized.
いきなり吹き出しやがった。
Oh, is it because of the matter that's on them? It detects.
カビみてえなものが、
Maybe.
グズグズになるものが、せめて何が襲ってきているのか分かるまで動くのは逆に危険だ。
上陸したらその何かにやられるのは確かだぜ。ジョルノ。
Oh.
Crap. Crap.
Oh no.
Oh, yikes.
これはどっから攻撃してくるんだ。
Underwater, maybe?
手を下に下げると攻撃が始まるぞ。そういえば
最初はブーツの中から銃を取った後、
Oh.
酔っ払いは階段から下に飛び降りて攻撃。
Oh, as something goes down, so maybe you have to ascend in order to avoid it.
体が低い位置に下がると攻撃が始まるのか。
Sea level?
しかし
Wow, because he's a lowlife.
Wow.
早くも気づいたのか、私のグリーンテイ
Green Day! Oh my god! Yes!
Of course.
Green Day! Oh, Trish. Okay, okay.
前に読んだことがある。ある種のカビはまず昆虫の体内に取り付き、
Oh.
その虫が低い位置に行った時増殖して殺
Wait, really?
自分の体より低い位置に移動すると反応して攻撃が始まるんだ。
これはスタンドだぞ。何のためにこんな修正が。
どんどん広げるためだ。スタンドの射程距離を。カビが死んだ虫から這い広がるように死体が死体をどんどん。
Oh my god.
Yeah.
ミスター早く来るんだ。もっと前に出ろ。うわあ、足が。
亀を投げろならんちゃ。
Yeah, throw the tortoise, yeah. Oh no.
Oh!
Oh no.
オーケーならんちゃ。それでいい。その位置がいい。
He's gonna shoot the tortoise.
おめえも亀も。
Oh!
Wait.
Oh, he's gonna destroy the boat and launch
Yeah, and
them
then
up in
fling
the
them
air.
both up. All right.
Now, does it remove the mold if they go up fast
I don't
enough?
think
or something?
so.
奴ら一人も死なねえで岸に戻る。
I mean, one of them's lost a foot and some fingers, so
いいぞ。よし。
okay.
All right.
Well, we got ourselves a psychopathic doctor,
Mhm.
ex-doctor.
And this might also be the entire path for the rest of the part. Because it could take easily another 2 or 3 episodes for them to beat these guys. Then they've got to go to the Colosseum and deal with that stuff. And then they get the new thing, you know, maybe the stand arrow piece, and then they fight the boss.
Right.
Modern Crusaders alive. Got the power. Who'll face the future? We are the fighters, just fighting for our rights. Est affectus, et defectus, semper in Angaria. Quod per sortem, sternit fortem, ecum omnes plangite. But okay, yeah, this is what it would be like if Fugo was against them, but not quite as binary
yeah.
of it being lethal, you know.
Right.
But a much larger area,
Much larger range.
and a way that you can avoid it while being within the radius.
Uh-huh.
Because that might actually be one of the reasons why also why Fugo worked well to lead, is because how do you make a fight like that complicated?
Right.
Because it's just, it gets you, you're dead, right? Like,
Right.
or it doesn't and you're not dead.
Yeah, what you'd have to do is literally have it be a thing where they took on like a whole group of Passione stand users.
Yeah, basically.
And it was like certain ones of them trying to avoid the range and your teammates trying to avoid the range. So it'd be like, we'll send the Jobros with our attacks into the range of Fugo. You know?
Yeah, right.
That would be how it'd be complicated. All right, we got ourselves
Aliens.
Stand Arrow world building, and I freaking called it like forever ago. It was aliens all along. Even if it's not actually,
aliens, yeah.
like little green men kind of aliens.
Mm-hmm.
It's
right.
A bioagent that was in a meteorite that crash landed in Greenland.
Yep.
Okay, so something extraterrestrial that was a bio piece of matter through the virus or what have you that interacted with humans, and when interacting with humans and they actually didn't die from it immediately, they were granted stands.
Yep.
Well,
one of the things that I find really interesting about this is that it actually took it in 2 different directions. One, that there was the meteorite, right? So aliens and all that stuff. But 2, then there was the person who lived a long time ago that made the arrows and everything.
Right.
And that was an actual person.
Out of the actual matter.
Right. So that's
Yeah, let me.
So
go and look
now
at that.
now there's options, right? Do we want to go into where the metal came from, or do we want to go into who made the actual stand arrows? Yeah.
Okay, so centuries ago, human craved absolute godlike power. This leads to violence called viral evolution.
Did they say it was what, centuries ago that the thing ended up being the arrows were made, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. So it's not Stroheim. Okay, because you know the arrow, the hair. You know, I was like, wait a minute.
No, that's not.
No,
that's definitely not.
Definitely not Stroheim.
If anything, what they're probably going to have is that, the thing about JoJo's is that there's always this idea of bloodlines, lineage. It's really important, and there have been characters in past parts where their lineage was something that granted them something powerful. In like the case of the official Joe Bros.
Gotcha.
Now we have kind of the new Joe Bros that have a connection to Dio,
right?
Who has a connection to the stand arrows.
Yep.
Which means Dio has a connection by extension to the guy who made the stand arrows in some ways.
Or at the very least, what's her face did.
Well, of course.
Oh, yeah, right.
That's how he got...
right. Yes.
Enya, yeah. Mm-hmm. But this is a new bit of world building that has been kind of teased at us since part 3.
Yep.
Like, well, no, part 4. Like, part 3, part 4 combination. Yeah. So we're in this situation now.
Yep.
We have our... new kind of goal, right? Like, okay, in order to defeat the boss, we have to level up Giorno.
Yep.
And
in order to do that, we have to beat these guys.
Right, but it's not something as simple as giving stands or stand abilities.
Right.
It's something else. Which I'm really excited about, because then that means this is a unique thing to then part 5. This isn't going to be as simple as just getting,
Yeah, it's not going to be some bites the dust equivalent that Giorno
complete,
gets.
Total, one-to-one comparison.
Wait, okay, if that's
it might be something similar, but if anything, if anything, it's got to be something where the stand arrow itself is made from the material of the meteorite.
Right.
Now, what I find to be rather interesting is that it's not made out of something with regards to the virus. If anything, maybe it's a combination of what was in the metals of the meteorite and the virus that someone then basically over the course of time, maybe tradition or like our family, we study this thing, and then eventually it creates the stand arrows.
Well, there are a few things that come to mind with this, right? One, aliens. We had an alien in part 4, right?
Right.
And here we've got something from outer space.
Yep.
2, the alien in part 4 was able to shapeshift.
True.
Right?
True.
Into inanimate objects. That's kind of a big deal.
Okay.
Because 3, the stand arrows have had a level of will.
That's true. Right? That's
so
true.
With this kind of saying that it was an actual human that made the stand arrows, that's a bit bizarre to me. Because you would think it would be something where it was actually created somewhere else, and that's how they have this, supernatural aspect to them. But here it seems to be just the material that was used. Now it could be gone into on a deeper level, and that there were some other things that were a part of the creation process. Who knows, right?
Yeah, exactly. And this is the TLDR layman's kind of explanation. But when we actually go to meet this guy, we're going to learn, there's a couple things I didn't tell you because I didn't want to freak you out.
Sure. Right. And one of the things that I would not at all be surprised if they wanted to make the connection of is that this was somehow tied to the aliens of, forget his name, but of part 4 Alien Boy's type. And that's why it has a sense of will, because even though it's an inanimate object, it's made out of sentient life.
Oh,
and that's how that gets sort of covered.
Okay, so here's an idea. Here's a crazy idea.
Yeah.
What if Cars was actually foreshadowing for this all along?
So
here's my dumb idea. Just let me have this one for a second.
Go for it.
Cars is cast into space, right?
Yeah.
Becomes this stone
my God.
satellite orbiting the Earth, right? What if an
alien stopped thinking?
Right. What if an alien essentially was cast out of their planet or what have you?
Yep.
And by the force of fate, by the will of this alien's dead biomatter, it collects a whole bunch of space dust along the way, millions and millions of years of traveling through space. It collapses in Greenland. The virus is just that. It's the flesh decomposed matter that survived space travel all the way to get here.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny because it has that feeling then of the Dio showing up in a coffin. Like it
Yes. I will say, though, the fact that one of the important things that they did say is that the arrows were made centuries ago.
Yes.
Now that...
But the meteorite was tens of thousands of years ago.
Right. But that is a bit interesting to me because, yeah, the meteorite tens of thousands of years ago,
right.
Cool. All right, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they showed the doctor, that was like,
the doctor?
Okay. That got the fingers blasted off or whatever. It seemed like there was a lot of information for the idea that the stand arrows were made a couple hundred years ago.
Okay. So let's
or maybe
let's go back here a little bit. Yeah, there's some timeline stuff that's really important to go into here because they mentioned 1876 specifically. Let me bring this up here. Yeah.
Right.
Let me tell you a little story from the past. There's a place in Greenland called Cape York. In 1978, this is the crater stuff. There were two men from a team that were surveying the crater for any natural resources, contracted an unknown illness. Their bodies became covered in blisters that grew until they burst. Furthermore, one of them had somehow shot a jolt like a stun gun from his finger. So this is someone that probably got a stand.
Right. Okay, yeah. And it was in
midst of the
1876 when that all happened. So it makes sense that there was this level of records for it. Right. And then I discovered something centuries ago. Right, so separate things. Who craved absolute godlike power, yeah.
Learned of the meteorite and turned it into several arrows, including this one.
So before that expedition happened. Okay,
yes,
awesome.
Yes.
But one of the things that's important about that is that means that these stand arrows were around before any of the JoJo's timeline stuff started.
Long before.
Right?
Long before.
Before Jonathan and all that stuff, it was already there. So that is I feel like an important fact in that it will be something utterly separate from anything that's happened in here.
But it could be a retroactive form of backstory on the reason why the Joestars had their Joestar, in that one of them contracted a stand long time ago. 200 years, 300 years before,
and potentially
Jonathan.
That is a good point, because I don't remember whether Enya gave Dio his stand or whether Dio had his stand and then Enya used the arrow to make other stand users.
I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I don't remember.
And
someone in the comments will pass it on through the mods and
stuff.
But like
that. if that would be, but if it was something where Enya didn't hit Dio with the stand arrow, then that would be something that would need to be kind of retroactively explained of why did the Joestar bloodline end up getting stands.
Well, okay, here's
and
a
that
thought.
Would be a way to do it.
Well, here's a thought. There's the added bit of where Dio coming back was what awakened the stands at the present moment there. But we don't know exactly. I think you're right. I don't think we know exactly whether or not Dio was actually had any extra interaction with the stand arrow. Other than that, the arrow might have literally just been used to grant other people stands, specifically so that they could then be his cronies and such.
And if it was some kind of virus or something, and let's say it was latent for a while, then that would explain why the Joestar bloodline ended up all getting stands. Maybe the trigger caused them all to awaken around the same time, but that's how it was there.
Right, it was there all along.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a crazy theory though.
Oh yeah?
This one's just wacky, but since there's so many things with regards to time and recent things here, the idea that the meteorite was investigated in 1876, but the stand arrows were created centuries earlier.
Yeah.
The idea that, someone in the more present time basically got access to the material and data from the researchers.
Sure.
Then ended up going back in time somehow and creating, the stand arrows.
Yeah. Okay. That is a good question. Now it could have been something that was completely unrelated, right?
Yeah, it probably is.
mysticism, whatever. They found the thing and they're like, let's make this from it because it came from the heavens or something, you know.
Right. It just feels like a very weird JoJo's thing to say that this person craved godlike power. And it's like, how do you know that?
well, and how do you know that this would give godlike power? Like,
right.
You know, yeah.
Well, I mean, a stand is pretty godlike in terms of power.
That's true, I suppose. And
just any of the stands are pretty nuts.
Right. There could have been plenty of people that went to the site before it was being documented and had the same sort of experience happened, and maybe one of them survived and actually got a stand, and then it's like, oh,
that's a really good point. Yeah, this is how myth and stuff can kind of come about, is that if you have this area that's largely unexplored, is that tens of thousands of years there's stories of people making like pilgrimages to the site. Mm-hmm. And some of them just die, but the worthy, the specific ones, they come back with powers of the spirits and stuff.
Well, and that would also make sense why Enya knew about stands.
Oh, really?
Now, okay.
Why?
Well, actually, no. If Enya had a stand arrow, then it would make sense that she would know about stands because she could use the stand arrow in order to do all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
If anything, I would just guess that Enya was probably the descendant of the guy that made the stand arrows.
Sure, or closely related enough somehow that she was able to get one. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
We have a new character, someone who's going to be giving the exposition regarding the stand arrows, which we predicted once we saw the stand arrow in the OP. We're like, okay, that's great and all, but we're going to need someone who's kind of the expert.
Yeah.
And now
they get it.
Yeah. So now we have that person. They're a mystery, which
I love.
I love that it's a mystery. However, it does feel a little weird, though, that in terms of the meta narrative of JoJo's, which is all about presentation and posing and smiling for the camera, why is it supposed to be a secret, like, as to who this person is? Like, why is it that, like, we don't know who this is?
Because when it's a secret, that makes you think that it's either someone that you've seen before or that there's some reason they don't want anyone seeing them. And what I was thinking is that maybe, you know, because he was saying, like, I'm not physically capable of fighting and things like that.
Right. So maybe it's not necessarily a body, even. Like,
or just not strong enough that he doesn't want anyone to know about him in case they decide to
no
turn
way of
on
defending
him, right?
himself.
No way of defending himself, so anonymity is his friend, right?
Right. But the act of being through the connection here, he might just be a really good hacker, and that would be cool to have a hacker in JoJo's, because we haven't really had a true, I would say, techno wizard kind of character in the show that like focused hard on that,
other than maybe Stroheim, you know.
Bring out the ultra UV lights.
I gotta say though,
with the dramatic music in the background and everything,
if it is something where he hacked their computer, the thing that seemed to have been the trigger was the fact that they were doing the facial recognition scan on the boss's face.
Right.
Now, that would either seem to hint that he put a plant in there of if someone ever searches for the boss's face, which means he would know what the boss's face is.
Yes.
Then do this.
Well, he seems to know what the boss's name is, potentially.
Right,
too.
which is a big deal. Yeah. Or have it be something where maybe because it was within Passione, then he somehow got it onto all their onto just generally the organization's equipment, and then it's like, hey, someone's doing like a facial recognition search, and oh, by the way, they're flagged for termination from the boss. I should probably contact them. You know, like.
Right. Yeah. I imagine that this is the kind of character where either they are completely shut in, computers all around them, conspiracy theorist kind of don't let the government find me kind of character, or they're basically someone who's hiding in plain sight and they have a stand that interacts in some ways with, you know, the internet or something like that, or just electronics.
I gotta say, I would love to see another kind of stand user where it's an I've abandoned my mortal coil kind of a thing. Like
very much like Notorious B.I.G., but on the good guys' side.
Yeah,
so something it's less offensive capability and just utility.
Right, because I love and also that would be a great way to hide from Passione, because Passione can get you, but I don't have a body to get, you know. So it's because like I could. Because how did this person get away? What's their story? If it's something where Passione is not actually able to defeat them, I could totally see it being something where the boss is like, that one got away. He knows a fair amount about me, but I made sure that he won't be able to do too much, so hopefully it's all good.
My guess specifically is that this is someone who had an encounter with the boss physically.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're no longer in fighting shape, as I said.
Probably.
Meaning that there's something about them that is completely inept in order to be able to fight in any specific way. So this person is then just going around gathering information, doing as much as possible.
Yeah.
But you're right in that there is some way in which either the boss doesn't know of their existence, like that they like they survived or something.
Yeah.
Or that they are like completely unable to be attacked. And that would be really cool because just the idea of having some kind of like AI like style like
that would be awesome.
Support helper, that would be so cool.
Mm-hmm. Now what would be a band name for that or something?
Yeah, good point. I don't know.
But we got Green Day, you know?
We got Green Day. That's
so.
Awesome. I remember 15-year-old Caleb just rocking out to Green Day. That was so much fun. They are just horrifying.
Yeah.
And even though he has a really cool name, like just Chocolate basically, like no, screw this guy. Kill him.
Yep.
Like
when even the boss is like, no, this person's effed in the head. They are probably the worst person on the planet. Like,
do you get the sense that the reason why they introduced this set of, threats here now, because they're trying to basically emphasize a little bit that the boss is not like wholly evil. It's that this is what wholly evil looks like. The boss is bad, but the boss is also Doppio while also not being Doppio.
Yeah.
So
I could definitely see it being
that mess and that mix up.
I would not be surprised, given the fact that they just killed Bacchio, if Araki wants to have Doppio be someone be saved, people might not necessarily be inclined to have Doppio be saved
because of Bacchio's death.
Right. But if it's something where, okay, one, that was the boss, but two, Doppio is a far cry from these guys.
Right. And not only that, Doppio and the boss are going to work together to stop these guys if the Joe Bros can't stop them.
Yeah. Like, that was one of the things that I thought was really cool here, is that the boss is like, these people are problematic enough that they could be a problem. Like I don't control them. Right. I just sort of managed to get them to go here. Right. But now they're just going to kill everything. Like,
in some ways, I almost assume that's what the boss kind of does, is that they are under some kind of strict no weapons policy. But then whenever they get called out, it's the thing of, but when you do get called out, I don't care who you kill. As long as you don't tie it back to Passione,
go for it.
You can go crazy.
And they don't often call them, probably.
Right. Yeah. It's like once every,
yeah, you can do
neon green moon,
Right, like you can do your private experiments or whatever, Yeah,
but you get caught, that's on you, We'll disavow all knowledge of your actions.
But occasionally, we might need your services, and then...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what these guys are good for? It's really disgusting. But they're the kind of people where you have the equivalent of, oh no, this plane went down in the South Pacific.
Oh, God.
Oh, who knows? But it actually was a specific targeted hit. And whatever, like, government faction or what have you.
Everybody dies, no one survives.
Right. It blends in the target, basically, amongst the chaos of the death.
Yeah, I mean...
That's what these guys are.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Just Homelander a plane, like, like...
Ugh. I want to say, though, that the little callback to the Stardust Crusaders, kind of showing like that is the nature of stands. This part has felt in some ways more disjointed than a lot of the other parts, because once they separated things from Jotaro and Koichi, we were like, okay, we're telling a different parallel story happening along the same time.
It's not even the same branch of like, lineage as far as the JoJo's are concerned, Yeah.
But the idea that they're saying, no, this is the world building part where we're going to show you what's going on in this area of Europe.
Yeah.
We're going to show you what's going on with Dio's son.
Yep. Because
okay.
Why not?
Awesome. But not only that, Dio's son might be getting one of the most powerful upgrades in the JoJo verse.
Yeah.
Which, let's think about this from just a big picture perspective here.
So
wait, are we like watching the origins of a villain. Like
I don't think
Giorno.
so.
Giorno has good boy like general nature, but let's not forget what his goal is here. And
Save
let's
the
not
city.
forget, he's not a fan of the drugs and stuff, but it's to take over Passione.
Yes, but that's a means to the end. Yeah, but
maybe you've played so much Yakuza 0, you're like, the mafia guys, they're all cool and stuff.
Well,
I'm like, I don't know if they're basically going to set it up to where he's going to be stronger than like, Star Platinum.
Oh, I think
But
so.
like, I think that's what they're going for.
Let's be real. Well, that's not saying much right now. But I think, well, okay, with this whole group, it's sort of, why are they in Passione, right? It kind of doesn't make sense.
Well, Bucciolati,
but it's basically Bucciolati, and then the fact that they didn't fit in regular society,
yes,
right? And then Bucciolati gave them a place where they belonged, right? But as far as specifically like mafia work, like doing hits and killings and things like that, like I suppose Mista is probably the most suited for that kind of, and then maybe Narancia, but even then it's like, nah. They don't even really want to be here. They just want to be around Bucciolati, like and just be together and be a happy family.
And they have their family.
Yeah.
Giorno though is their friends for sure, but it's also a means to an end to become leader of Passione.
But that's just a means to the end for ending the whole drug situation and whatnot. Like
I just saying, if we take this kind of new development with the stand arrows, and for some reason this guy's like, well, I can only give it to one. I'm like, that's sus. That's very odd. Now there's the obvious kind of story thing of, well, we have to have the one to end it all will be, the experience,
Right.
Yeah. But giving one person beyond godlike power, like, the like crazy power, I kind of shudder at the thought of a 15-year-old boy getting, juiced up to that point where it's like, okay, no one can stop you. You are the most powerful being on the planet right now.
Nah, because
Jacob, you're like, nah.
No, because we already saw that in part 4, right? Zahando, as powerful as it was, look at what happened with
it was just a dramatic sponge mover. It would just sponge things and they would end up somewhere. Who knows where.
But here's one thing that I am wondering. What happened with Bites Zadasto in part 4? Is that an example of this more than just making stands kind of a thing?
That's why I wanted to show you this thing here, is saying that there's a special way that it's different. And they were like very clearly making the distinction of, this isn't just like
giving people stands.
Yeah, exactly. So hold on, let's see if we can find this here.
Oh yeah, also the term of viral evolution, that seems, if anything, that seems like it might be potentially hinting at what the stand arrow does. What the additional thing is it does some sort of viral evolution like on the stand itself. If they wanted to have there be that connection with Killer Queen and Bites the Dust, that could be a way to do it.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
Because I don't think Araki will get rid of stands as a power system, right? It just works too well. Now, a permutation on stands, like a way to make it fresh, sure, but like I don't think he would wholly change from that.
No, I'm with you for sure. Ah, man. It doesn't really, I can't really find the dang it, I can't find the part where how are you possibly attained? Oh yeah. Okay. This arrow isn't just for awakening stand abilities in living creatures. Okay. Now there's a couple ways to interpret that. You could have it be as awakening any kind of stand abilities in living creatures, or you could see that as it's not just for awakening more stand, just any ability in living creatures, if that makes sense. So that if someone basically was like, Killer Queen, I've already touched that doorknob.
Right.
Was Bites the Dusto then awakening stand ability? Yes, it was. With that was it. It was more stand ability. but it kind of also fits your viral evolution thing. So is it something where this guy is trying to make the difference of, awakening is only with regards to when there's nothing at all?
Sure, yeah.
Or is it something where if there's something already there, then does it get more? I guess we'll just have to see. Because it's vague enough that I'm now starting to doubt my thing of where it's like, no, it's something completely different.
Right, just from the meta perspective, Araki probably wouldn't do that.
No. I know it's going to be a stand-related thing, but it doesn't have to be something that gives abilities. It could give something within regards to the way we perceive stands. It could give something that is in the way of we actually have people merging with their stands. Like the interaction between the user and the stand. There's so many things where it doesn't have to be literally, I have new power. It could be like...
Actually, that's a great point. If this guy has the piece of the stand arrow and it can give godlike power, why hasn't he used it on himself? Or maybe he has, and that's why he can't actually be taken out by the boss. Because if it is something like a fusion, right? You know, where you fully become your stand, let's say, or whatever, right? Then that would potentially be a reason of why he's been able to avoid, you know, getting capped, you know, all these years, right? Is because, well, I don't have a body anymore. And that's why he can't tell them, like, you know, without them being there, because it's like, no, I'm not giving up that information, you know?
Yeah, because there's other stand arrows just out there.
Right.
Who knows where.
Oh. Did they end up getting the arrow back from Kira after he went all bites the dust? I'm pretty sure... Because I think there were two.
I'm pretty sure it was either. Right? I'm pretty sure it was something where it was given to the Speedwagon Foundation for study.
But there was the arrow in the beginning of Part 4 that they did retrieve, right? And then there was the other one that Kira's dad was taking around everywhere, and then that one ended up giving him bites of the dust.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Did the arrow fuse into the person?
Oh, did it like get consumed?
Yeah, and that could be a reason why it can only work on one person.
Oh.
Because it, you know, the arrow is then absorbed into their soul, their body, their whatever, right? And then that would be a good way to have a limiting mechanic on it, which would make it potentially be able to be something different than a stand per se, because then if there's only so many arrows, then there's only so many times this can be done.
Okay.
You know, like in existence. And then that could be maybe something that they do just for this part.
I don't
think... can't do it in future ones.
The more and more I'm kind of thinking about it, I don't think that's the case.
Okay.
When I think back on
Kira.
But I'm not sure. So we have to find out. This is a lot of cool new info, y'all. So thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction discussion. Stand arrows and psycho doctors and
meteorites from outer
space.
And
only ascending. We didn't even talk about the mechanics of the fight yet, because I'm sure it's going to be got into in a lot more interesting way in the next episode. So if you want to see that next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general. And you can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
Yep. I wrote a sci-fi novel. It's called Battle Lines. It's super, super cool, and it's on Amazon. Link in the description. Words.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.